Greetings, guys. Welcome back to Down in Dreams. It is your lady Ms.Z or ṣunfúnmiláyọ. I pray K. If you would, please make sure that you like and subscribe and comment down below which one you chose if this video resonates with you. If you need to book a reading with me, please go to downinDreams.com. The link will be in the description box down below. A few announcements, guys, I just want to make. Please go to the shop while things are available. I have shea water back in stock. This is a good cleanser. It's really like a replacement Florida water. You can use this. It's really an all-purpose spray, so it's good. And I also have some the Call of the Ancestors oil. So this is an all-purpose oil as well. It has the South African herb and pepo in it. And in pepo, I don't have my pepo with me. It's actually sitting over there, but it is used to call on the ancestors. It is used to dispel negative spirits, negative energy in the room, things like that. So it would traditionally be burned, but it is now in an oil form. So it's going to have the same properties. You put it on before divination or before doing readings for protection, calling your ancestors down. You can use it to pray, and you can also just use it for a protection, period. All right? So that's all purpose as well. And the last thing I'm going to have is some more ancestor bracelets. And I have them in different styles, but they're made from bone and shell, and they do work, okay? And if you want to receive some reviews on that, please go to my Instagram at Down in Dreams. But they do work. As you guys know, I was on live for 4 hours, and I thought I was going to go to sleep after that. No, I was able to stay up the whole day, okay? But you know that the cow spirit is very strong. And so the weight of the cow spirit holds you together. You know, it keeps you together. It absorbs all negative energy. And yeah, it's just a really good bracelet. So anyway, let's get into this reading. If you want to know more about that, again, just go to downinDreams.com. This is going to be a spiritual check-in. It's going to be, I'm going to try to keep it quick for you guys. A quick spiritual check-in about your spiritual progress and your spiritual development. I don't know how I'm going to title this video, but you guys get the gist. I do this very often on this channel where we get to see, you know, where you're going on your spiritual journey. And messages about your spiritual path, okay? So this is going to be pile 1. Okay, and I have some interesting objects here. This is going to be pile 2. And this is going to be pile 3. Okay, so you can pick this figurine here. And I'll explain more about them once you pick your pile, but I'm not going to tell you yet. You can pick this bottle, this beaded bottle here. Or you can pick my other stick. But I don't use it anymore, so I give it to my partner. But this is my other stick here, pointer. And so if you need more time, please pause the video, but we're going to go ahead and get into pile number 1, all right? All right, so for those of you who chose the first figurine, pile number 1, this is your pile. So let's get into the messages that are connected to the statue first, okay? So the first thing is, this is an ancestral statue. I'm not sure if any of you recognize the statue, but it does come from a certain tribe over in Africa. And I don't want to, you know, pronounce the name wrong, but essentially it is a figurine to represent the collective ancestors. And this is seen in a lot of different tribes. Even the Yoruba tribe, we know it as the Egungun, where it's like all of your ancestors connected to one, and you would speak to this one to connect to all others. And you know, they will come and this is the actual figurine of what they actually look like when they are dancing. They dress up like this, okay? So it's not just a creation. They actually dress up like this, and you know, they dance, and you would receive messages from the ancestors as well on that day. I'm not sure exactly how they do it, but that is kind of how it goes with the Egungun. But it's kind of the same difference, right? So anyway, the messages that are connected to this, since you picked this, it tells me that you have, you know, your ancestors are definitely watching you, okay? And how you're moving, what you're doing, what you're being influenced by. You have a collective ancestral spirit. This means all of your ancestors are coming together. And a lot of you who chose this one do have an ancestral calling, which means that you will be actively moving with spirit, or have a spiritual journey or a spiritual path that you're supposed to fulfill. So let's get the messages connected to your spiritual path currently. I'm going to start out with some cards first, and if we need to go into with the bones, I will do that as well. And I'm also hearing that a lot of you have been having a lot of dreams, okay? I don't want to say problems with dreams, because honestly, it's only a problem when you can't interpret the message. But you guys have been getting triggered lately a lot throughout your dreams, okay? They say that you need to figure out a way to organize their messages, because you have so many ancestors coming to you. They want you to keep a journal, actually. I'm saying there's some things that you need to write down, okay? Yeah, they keep saying you're doing things. It's like a load on you. That's why I feel right on the statue. It's like a load on you. And this also represents doing things, you know, in a more difficult way. But they see you as a shaman, so they're very, you know, set on teaching you things, okay? So this is all a good thing. It's not a negative thing. All right, so let's move forward. And I'm going to probably tap into some spirits to the north in a minute. Okay. Okay. So this would be kind of like representation of that statue there. The ancestors have a lot to say to you, okay? So it's very important that you are attentive to their messages, okay? And these messages will, you know, be in all areas of your life, not just one, not even just your spiritual path. You know, there's like a portal open within you. And it's important for you to receive the messages that they have to give you. So that's why I say I want you to, you know, I don't want to put you on a spiritual assignment, but for those of you who would like to, go ahead and get you a journal. Go ahead and, you know, try to document. One, you need to document your dreams if you're not doing that. You need to also see if you can kind of, you know, it's not as important for you to know each and every ancestor that's talking to you, but even if it's unknown, you would label it as unknown ancestor coming to me and write down their messages, because they're different parts of your life. They're saying, they're showing you having difficulties, and they show that you need protection as well, okay? They say certain conflicts that have been showing up in your life, whether it is money issues, relationship issues, this is coming due to somebody being jealous of you and due to somebody trying to inflict negative energy towards you in the shadows, okay? But your ancestors are picking up on that, all right? And they want to help you to remove any conflict from your life, okay? They speak on many doors and opportunities coming for you. And I don't know, I always get this same energy of like, you know, needing to be comfortable with standing out, you know? And so you may hear that a lot from me in my readings. You need to be comfortable with standing out, not trying to blend in. They say you'll miss certain opportunities because you don't want to come forward with your gifts, okay? You may be shy about, you know, your gifts and telling people what they need to know when they need to hear it, okay? But the ancestors speak very, very strongly through you, okay? So you may experiencing belching, hiccups and things like that. You may experience headaches and stuff like that because you're withholding messages, and you've been given a gift to deliver those messages. Does that make sense? Okay? So this ancestor, one of your ancestors, they feel like you're going to be traveling too with this gift. There's people that you're going to connect to, and it may just be through the internet, and that's fine too. But they're saying you need to make a way where you can connect to more people or get to a reach of more people, okay? Because they feel like, you know, you do have a purpose to serve, and they want you to fall in line with that. And you got some female ancestors and male elders as well. And for some of you, there's going to be a combined journey with your the person, with your mate that you're with. I didn't get to, let's do a good shuffle in first. Okay. They see also that you're not retaining the information that they're giving you. All right. Okay, let's see what's going on. You have the hoodoo doll and you have initiated into the mysteries, okay? They say life is still going to be difficult for you until you start applying some of the wisdom that they're giving you. The hoodoo doll, okay? Which represents utilize your spiritual tools. Initiated into the mysteries. This means that you've already been initiated into a lot of different wisdoms. But what good is it if you're not going to use those wisdoms, okay? They can give you the bird, they give you the spirit animal, they give you the feather in order to protect your ori, your head. They give you the horse tail to whip out negative energy. They're giving you everything, right? They're giving you beads. They're giving you the regalia. They're giving you everything. And it's like, you know, at what point are you going to start using these things? You got your spirit animal speaking to you. You have so many things at your leisure. You have so many things that you can use to combat negative energy, to, help further your spiritual practice. It doesn't take anything to go to the store and get you a dollar book and a pen to write down the information that you come across. You may be learning from different teachers as well. And a lot of the times we think we're supposed to stay with our teachers forever. And sometimes that's not the case, okay? So sometimes you have to just be with that person for that short period of time that the ancestors are going to put you with them. And you have to get the information, extract it, and move forward. Okay? Because now it's not like it used to be. So, in order to protect you, they may only let you be with that person for a certain period of time because you need to get information from them. And that's it. So don't miss the opportunity, being distracted in, the glory and the fame of just being around the person. They want you to actually learn from the person, and maybe you might need to move on. Okay? So you have the oracle. It says, I might see the living, the dead, the past, present, and future. It says, pay attention to your spirit encounters, your visions and dreams. Okay? So this was what's important for you right now. Okay? You're just receiving a lot of spiritual encounters and nothing is making sense, and it's because you're not keeping a record of everything that's happening for you to put the puzzle pieces together. All right? They also speak on working through your intuition because they want you to be mindful of folks around you and just negative energy altogether that's causing certain havoc in your life. And let's do just a few more things, and we're going to move on to the next. All right. So I threw the bones just for a little bit more insight, but this is going to be take another turn because they're also putting some spiritual work on you, I'm seeing. All right, so your mother's side speaks heavily right now. The one thing, let's get a couple of messages out first off. The first thing I see is that health needs to be, and I don't give health advice, but you know how I do. I have to let you guys know if it does come out in the reading. So they are talking about being mindful of your health, making sure that you're taking good things into the body, eating healthy, living your life the best way that you can. This will, give you energy to deal with certain things, okay? They're speaking on the importance of staying connected to family and making these connections. They speak on you providing healing. And another thing I was going to tell you, there's an ancestral song that you need to learn. You need to learn an ancestral song. Even if you come up with your own, it needs to be something where you can channel your ancestors down, okay? You have a great-grandfather and a great-great-grandmother who's present in the reading. They're talking about coming to a completion in your life. They speak on you holding on to certain accomplishments that you have. And while it is okay to, feel accomplished in certain things, they say you do need to be open to receiving more, okay? Don't just be so set in your ways. They want you working towards your purpose. Now, as far as, this may be very specific to somebody, but they speak on, a male figure that passed on that does need to be venerated. This male spirit could be causing issues to other family members, something to that nature. They either have been forgotten about or something to that effect, okay? And I'm seeing something trying to sneak up on you and steal some of your ideas or whatever this is, okay? Abuse. Somebody's trying to take advantage. All right, we're going to stop it there because I don't want to keep going, and we've been going for a minute, all right? All right, so we already established that. They say be mindful of your health. You have negative energy is trying to stop your plans. Stand your ground. So they say don't let anybody take advantage of you, even if it's mildly. Okay, don't play those games back and forth with a person. Oh, they only just did this. They say put your foot down. What you will and won't tolerate. Rather it's in your business. Rather it is in anything that you do. Relationships. Friendships, do not be taken advantage of. Okay? You have give offerings to the ancestors, welcome the change and altar maintenance, and I feel like this deals with you. Alright, so let's go on to the next. Alright, so this is for number 2, and I know I went for so long in the first one, but let's get into these messages. Alright, so for those of you who chose the beaded bottle, okay? So, there's a couple of messages here since you chose this bottle, alright? First message is there's a lot of things that are yet to be revealed to you, okay? Your ancestors are keeping, and this is messages about your spiritual path. There's a lot of things that are yet to be revealed to you because the ancestors want to bring them to you on their own time. Does that make sense? Like something is locked away, and everything is going to be revealed to you soon. When it comes to your gifts, when it comes to just knowing everything that you are, even little bits and pieces of your ancestry. Everything falls in line and in order the way that it's supposed to. Okay, so that when you receive it, it can be used in the proper ways. Everything makes sense. So they say don't rush the process of your spiritual growth or alignment, all right? Because like I said, it's going to come when it needs to come. You may feel like some information is being withheld from you, and that is the reason, okay? And there were some other things too. So I see a lot of root work in this pile. So to me, a lot of you are going to be learning about, depending on your lineage, okay? So it might be hoodoo for some, and it might just be considered, nature work for another. It just depends on, your lineage. But I do see a lot of people in this pile being my medicine man, my medicine woman, those who connect to nature, those who you know, make something and turn it into medicine. All right. I'm seeing a lot of aromatherapy in this pile, like, you know, doing something, making candles, other things like that. You know, something that you can give back to the world. Okay. If you haven't done that, I would suggest that would be probably a good trade for you. Your spiritual ancestors are here nonetheless, okay? They want to make an appearance in this reading. Okay, so a lot of you have been looking at those with spiritual teachers, those who are in spiritual houses, things like that, and you may feel like, why is it not me? Why am I not being chosen? Why am I not in these set groups? But they're saying that, again, everything is not what it's cracked up to be. Don't let Ms.Z tell you how everything is not what it's cracked up to be, okay? So you may not have, you know, that path, and everything is within you, okay? Please remember that. And I'm going to probably be posting some videos and things like that. I plan to put some things together from some African elders that explain certain things from different tribes, different parts of the world, okay? But anyway, let's move on here. Nope. Show that. Okay. So you have, so I'm going to just face this to me so I can see. Ooh, you have a very, very serious ancestor stepping forth. She says, focus on your higher purpose. Not so much of, you know, trying to get back at others or, yeah, you got some elders here. Feeling like you need to prove yourself to somebody. She says, fall in line. Fall in line with the wisdom that I am teaching you. Because you'll miss it getting caught up in trying to be the best this, the best that. This, that, the third, you'll miss it. Yeah, you'll keep bringing yourself to conflict. We can't help our human emotions, but at the end of the day, I see certain distractions. But the important thing for you to remember is that you are protected, okay? I see connections to the water too, so a lot of you need to spend time. And they say just because you're here doesn't mean that you won't, you know, have a whole mountain behind you. Basically what I'm saying is you may start a certain way, but you're growing. You're in a state of growth. You just keep denying yourself with this. With the greater Kadu and the ostrich that tells me, very gifted, have a lot of talents. You just may have issues with expressing these talents or conveying them to the world. Okay, but a lot of you are going to start with making a craft, and this is going to connect you to people, because I'm also seeing a fear of people too, or maybe interacting with certain people that may need, you know, this is why I say you're medicine man, medicine woman, because I see you extracting herbs, or just knowing how to take a craft, okay? Making medicine out of something, like this would be considered a medicine bottle. You know, you can put medicine in here. You know how to make medicine out of certain things of the earth. All right, so they want you to focus on that right now, because I see a lot of people coming to you for this too. I see a lot of people coming to you to connect to their ancestors. So a lot of you actually are in a place of studying certain, you know, things as far as spiritual and as far as things that are logical and facts. You're going to build your confidence up in other ways, okay? It's like with me, you know, with my dream catchers, you know. Oh, this, okay? Yeah, the birds are showing me that too. They're showing that you're going to have something that's really good. I see some of you having something that's going to offset a business. And it's going to bring so many people to you for this spiritual, whatever it is. I call it medicine. The spiritual medicine that you're going to provide to people. And that's what you need to focus on at this time. Look, you have everything you do is for a reason. Your hard work will pay off. Cheer up and keep pushing forward. Dance ritual. We go into trance, feel spirit, express ourselves the most. So I see expressing ourselves. Expressing ourselves through what you're doing. There's not one way to connect to spirit. You can connect to spirit in many different ways through what we actually do. It's everyday things. And that's important for you to remember that spirit is not what someone tells you it is. You know, like, okay, someone could tell you that you are this and you are that, but how are you going to know that until you are actually living through it? Nature is all around us. Okay, so moving forward, let me not get caught up in the spirit. Okay, so you have spirit is listening. I'm sorry, spirit is present. Ask the right questions, avoiding bigger issues to address small ones. So what this means is a lot of things that you've been coming to spirit about, spirit doesn't find to be a big issue because they know that in time, you're going to have everything you need. They want you to work on your foundation. Yeah, as above, so below. So a lot of you right now are going through your learning phase. They say freedom, you know, freedom from the constraints of, you know, certain spiritual practices and things like that, trying to box yourself in. Follow your intuition. It says, I sense unwanted energy. Cleanse your home up with herbs and light a candle. So a lot of things that you're going to be giving to other people are things that you need too. So that's why you're being called to do that. Being called to create. The ancestors say that they are proud of you. I'm seeing some altar work needing to be done, but you do have your higher guardian assisting you. So we're going to get a few more messages and we're going to move forward. All right, so we are back. Throw the bones on this a little bit. So let's go ahead and dive into the messages. So there are some really great elders coming through. So most of you might have been looking up your ancestry or you just know who they are. But I see three greats, grandparents too, and also what looks to be, I believe, a great-great-grandfather. Great-great-grandfather. So you have, but basically, nonetheless, you have some great elders, some great ancestors in your lineage that are actually looking at you, looking at what you're doing. They're actually showing things that are moving positively for you in the right direction. Okay, they say you must continue to have patience with yourself. A lot of things won't be revealed to you until you just kind of let go of the need to control how things are going to go in your life. Okay, just do it as they tell you as far as what they're presenting to you. Okay, don't compare your journey or path to somebody else's. Don't feel like you have to be on that level to be great or good, because everything for you is tailored to you. It's custom made for you. You know, nobody can take what you have away from you. That's what you have to understand. You have something very great that's custom. Okay? Yeah. They're revealing, honestly, how to even open up your senses. That's what they're talking about. They said you need to be able to feel us more. So a lot of you need to work on your senses, feeling things around you, feeling energies when you move into a room. So that would be your spiritual assignment right now. Okay? And this is an assignment by an unknown ancestor. They want you to be able to feel when it is you, when it is your ancestors, and when it is something else. Okay? Even if it's an unknown ancestor, they want you to really be able to pick up on spirits and how they're moving. They say a lot of you need to be willing to transition. This is just a regular message, but it's coming through as well. A lot of you need to be able to transition from one position to the next quickly. They show certain events, major events happening where you had to shift everything that you were doing into a new reality, okay? Into a new place, into a new space. They say stop getting attached to certain things. They want you to be free and flowing within spirit so they can lead you in the right directions. They say you must pay attention to your dreams. As you are following your path, more gifts will come to you. But right now, they want you to work on what was already revealed to you, which was the fact that you're very empathic. And that's honestly not even the word I want to use. You can actually feel negative energy. You probably can feel people's pain. You can feel where they need to be healed at. Those gifts you actually do have, but they're saying that it's not consistent. They want to see consistency and you working with that gift before they give you something else as well. Okay? So that is number 2. Let's go on to number 3. All right, so this is pile number, I'm about to say number 2. Number 3, okay? So let's go ahead and dive into these messages. The first thing with you choosing the stick, I see you are being very guided and pointed in certain different directions. I also can hear that your ancestors have been, you know, so-called very strict with you. I don't want to say hard on you. Let's just say very strict with you about what you need to be doing. And, you know, doing things to try to keep you in alignment. I see a lot of things as far as like detoxing, changing your diet. Like this pile has really been on point with trying to be consistent in their spiritual practice, okay? Answering the call, but also being consistent with the call. Does that make sense? So it's like, you know where you're supposed to be going, you know what you're supposed to be doing, and I see you doing a lot of things to try to get in alignment with that. So this is the pile that knows when their ancestors are displeased. You know, they know when they need to tighten up. So I see a lot of discipline here. A lot of discipline in this pile, which is very good. They're talking about a cleanse within the water. I also see certain initiations happening with this pile. I see working towards legacy, working towards having financial wealth, stability. Okay. Yeah, can't make that up. Initiation. Passing of wisdom, receiving one's destiny. So a lot of you know what you're supposed to do. They're speaking on you taking a break because they say that you do work very hard. A lot of you may be my readers in this pile. You do work very, very hard. And they're saying that a lot of that stress still, you know, weighs in on you. You're taking on a lot of different weights, a lot of different spiritual issues, a lot of different spiritual problems. They feel like this is why you need that cleanse. They're giving you the bouquet. They're giving you your flowers. But they say you need a cleanse, okay? So it's not enough for me just to say, yeah, you're doing a good job, Descendant. Get a cleanse, all right? And this is, you can do this with even, you know, kept some spring water, something like that, you know, pray over it, you know, you can call it, I don't know if you want to call it holy water, blessed water, however you want to say it, but I see that there needs to be a healing done with water, okay? If you got some river stones, that would help too. You need some type of cleansing with water because I'm seeing a lot of energy sitting on you. And, you know, I see with this pile, you're having to constantly channel on the ancestors' energy. So you would benefit, you know, from getting you one of these bracelets, okay? You need some type of protection nonetheless, all right? You do need some type of protection around you. Yeah, look at the ancestors showing up. I'm seeing you're constantly being a medium for certain energy and certain messages being delivered to people. Look, you have hear messages beyond this realm. Voices of other people speak through me. For some of you, I want you to, your spiritual assignment, I guess I've been putting everybody on that. I want you to find some things that you really love to do, even outside of spiritual work, because I feel like this pile gets very deep and serious with their spirituality, which is very good. Nothing's wrong with that, but I think that they want you to not feel restricted by just being a spiritual person. Like, okay, so I got the path, I got the calling, this is all I'm going to do. I'm not going to go outside the box, I'm not going to go left, I'm not going to go right. And that is perfectly fine. But on your path, you are still supposed to find enjoyment and creativity, even in other areas. So don't punish yourself and say you can't have any enjoyment in life just because you are a spiritual worker. I see a lot of you, your ancestor is acknowledging your birthday coming up, or either they have a birthday coming up, but it's some type of celebration that's coming up that you need to be a part of. And I see this birthday, it's like you need to do some type of celebration for certain initiations that they put you through. Interesting, but yes. You need to celebrate how far you come. Do it like it's Show Me Day. Don't get me started. Yeah, so I feel like you need to do some type of celebrating. Heart and garden. I see this as you being very passionate about your work. Very passionate about what you do. So let's get a few more messages and then we're going to close out. Okay, so things are heating up. All right. So there's some powerful messages already that I see coming through. The first thing is, those of you who chose this pile, you do have some water spirits. That's why the waters came up. And water can be, water spirits can be considered different things in different traditions. So you just have to follow how it applies to you. But generally, you do have water spirits. This is why you do need to be cleansed through water. Water is a very, very powerful tool and an ancestor to everyone. Okay, because we're all made up of water. But essentially, you are a person that really needs to work close with water. This will restore your strength, I'm saying. This will restore your gifts, I'm saying. They're saying that this spirit is very, very heavy in your ancestry, and you need to be able to hear them. When your dreams are confusing, when, like nothing is making sense, it's time for a cleanse. That's how you know. It's going to be your signifier that it's time for a cleanse when things start to, be a little bit chaotic or confusing for you in your life. I'm also saying that you need to, because there's some gifts passed down from a great-grandfather, okay? He has some messages actually to even give to you, but I think it's because there might be some, like I said, you might be a little bit clogged a little bit, so you need to cleanse so that you can be able to hear the messages that he has to present to you. The mother side speaks strongly in this reading. And I see a few things unrelated to your spiritual path. They speak on for some of marriage, okay? A union of some sort. Let me clarify one more thing before we end this reading. Okay, so you have to give offerings, okay? This will also restore things for you on the other side. This will keep you guided in the right path when you do feel lost, okay? Because I don't necessarily feel like you're not going in the right direction. I just think that, because the bones are kind of showing me things, but I think that it's the principle of you do need to stay up with your rituals behind the scenes, because you can do all the work, you can do everything that you need to do, but if your foundation is not secure, you know, you're not going to feel like you're going in the right direction. You're going to be constantly wore out and drained. And, you know, it loses purpose and meaning as behind what you're doing. I hope I'm making sense with that. Okay? So that is the reading. I hope you guys enjoyed. Make sure that you like and subscribe. Comment down below. And peace.